this. Everybody knows who he is. This is a talented guy. You know, I've watched him develop as a yoga teacher the last year. He gets better and better. It's scary. And but he's a great poet. Well, you'll see. Anyway, so everyone's cell phones are off. And afterwards, we have refreshments for about 20 people. So you just have to take deep breaths. And anyway, welcome Louis.
Come on, man, get up. Come on, get up. This is the day. This is the day you promised yourself you get up. Come on, man. Just get up. Come on, get up. This is the day. This is the day you promised yourself you get up. Come on, just get up. Just get in the shower, practice, eat, get everywhere early. You know you want to get up. You love to get up, so come on. Come on. Get up. You get everywhere early. Your day will run smooth. You'll be calm. It'll flow. So come on, man. Just get up. Come on. Just get up. This is the day. You promised yourself. This is the day. You promised yourself you'll get up. So come on. Just get up, get up, get up, get up. Okay, 15 more minutes. No. 15 more minutes. No. Just 15 more minutes. Okay. 10 more minutes. And you just get it. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You promised yourself you wouldn't do that. You promised yourself you wouldn't do that. If you do that, you're not going to have any energy. You're going to drag. You're going to make a mess. You don't want to do that. You promised yourself you wouldn't do that. If you do that, you're going to make a mess. You don't like to do that. It's disappointing every time. You're always disappointed. It never works out like you like it to. So just don't do that. You promised yourself you wouldn't do that, but it feels so good. But it feels so good. No, but it feels so good. No, but it feels so. No, just get up. Just get up. Just get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. God. Didn't always used to be like that. I mean, there was a time when I would just pop out of bed at 4 a.m. And there used to be a time when I'd have these moments of just laser sharp focus. And there used to be a time when I was actually celibate for 7 years. 7 years of celibacy. And you actually know what it takes to really be celibate? I mean, for me, it took joining an organization and being with 20 other brothers who were also practicing celibacy and got up at 4 a.m. You got to take a cold shower. So imagine 15 other brothers in line just waiting to take that cold shower. And when you take that cold shower, your junk, it just kind of shrinks up. Like a turtle, it's just drawing its limbs into its shell. And then you tie it down with this special underwear called a popin, which is this long strip of cloth that you just tie around your waist, down the middle, between the cheeks, around the front. Oh. You got a tight little package. And then you wear the same robes as everyone else, same shaved head as everyone else, because you're not so concerned about how you look. You're more concerned with what's going on inside. And because you took that cold shower, you are awake! ready to meditate. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And that just controls your mind. And the other thing that controls your mind is even just better than sex. Almost better than sex. Was kirtan. Now you can chant. You can chant like this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Or you could get down. And when I chanted, when I led those kirtans, I got down. I learned from the best. Shukadev. Shukadev. Shuka means sweet, and Deva means Lord, divine. And Shukadev, when he chanted, sweet Lord, it just took me right back home to the black church where I grew up. And you gotta understand, there aren't that many black Hare Krishnas. I remember being one of... Well, I remember being one. So when I heard Shukadev chant, it just took me right back home. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Your turn. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My turn. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Your turn. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My turn. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sometimes that was better than sex. We used to go 1 hour, 2 hours, sometimes into the night. And, excuse me for just 1 minute. Luann? Hey, it's so nice to hear your voice. I'm good. know, I'm plugging along. Yeah, I'm just practicing a little bit and about to clean up my room. Well, yeah. The San Francisco Theater Festival. Yeah. Not just poetry, a little bit of drama. You know me. Right now? Nah. Okay. All right. I got one. Hold on, I'll put you on speaker. Can you hear me? Okay. Remember that time when you came back to our dorm room and you were all huffing and puffing and just like freaking out because that car almost hit you on your bike? Yeah. Okay, I wrote this right after that. If I was a witch to be burned at the stake, or if I was a mouse in a fish tank with a snake, or if I walked the fault line before an earthquake, or if I was a beached whale, or a hailstone in the sun, or a slave on the run who got caught to be hung, or Lincoln before the shot of that gun, what would my final wish be? Now, if I was Titanic and I started to sink, or I was next in line to be skinned on a mink, or if I was Romeo before the poison he'd drink, or if I was a worm stuck on a hook, or that hooker who booked Jack the Ripper and then unzipped her and then took her innards and put them in his trunk, what would my final wish be? Now, if I was a sheep with no wool in the winter, or if I pulled that ripcord and the chute didn't open, or if I was on a bone choking her, a crack fiend doping her, or if I humped a widow black with the hopes that she had snacked, or a smack-filled doctor or rocker, or that Senator AIDS crack, what would my final wish be? Now, if I was Jimmy, choking on his vomit, or I was that next to last standing comic, or if I was that scene that the director just might cut, or if I was a dream that ends with a scream and cold sweat as the sleeper wakes up, or if I cliff dove and at my peak I saw jagged rocks in that shallow creek, or if I knew for sure that I was going to die in a week, or if I knew I was one of those sperm that just wouldn't make it through, the rebuffed by the end. Or that hair follicle before it did dread, or a black youth, or this front tooth clothed in plaque, or if I was stripped and gang raped in Iraq and chapped to that chair, strapped electric in bed with no hair, vomit, chemotherapy, or if Caterpillar the barber just bulldozed my brother and was coming for me to then clear cut the rest of my family, what would my final wish be? Would it be to end poverty, or crime, or drugs, or for world peace, or for economic equality, or for the fluctuations of my mind to see, so I could see what's beyond Gray's Anatomy, this mind, my breath, and time? Or would it be to see the love supreme sitting in my heart, right next to me, like two lovebirds sitting in a tree, Kissing, and then you look at me and say, welcome back. And then we'd watch instant replays of all my bodies as they were burned, eaten, crushed, suffocated, stuffed, melt, baked, gunned, hung, drowned, heartbroken, paled, slashed, froze, splatted, choked, OD'd, abused and used, bombed, deleted, forgotten, merged, rotted, fried, cancer, colonized, chopped into bits of I'm not this body, but the witness on the tree. So, what would my final wish be? To have just one last caress of that booty. So fine would be the last thought on my mind. So in my next life, I'd inherit your behind. And that's what my final wish would be. What do you think? I know, it's silly, but it's a little serious. Okay, listen. Why'd you really call? Okay. Yeah, I I just got to clean up a little bit. Yeah, why don't you come over? I like that. It has been a long time. Look, I know you're allergic to dust, and my room's a little junky right now, but just give me a little while. Come over and say 45. Okay. Bye. She's coming, y'all. You gotta understand, it's been 832 days since the last time we talked. After those 7 years of celibacy, I left the temple and went back to Stanford to finish my degree. And me and Lorraine were roommates. And she was like my best friend at first sight. I mean, literally, you have a friend like that where you can stay up all night talking and the time just flies by. Or there's no awkward pauses. There's nothing that you can't say. Nothing's withheld. It was totally like that with her. And I just remember staying up all night telling her about what was my life like as a Hare Krishna. And she was really intrigued. Many times I'd look up and it would be 4 a.m., the time that I used to wake up. And I'd tell her anything. Especially those things that just scared the heck out of me. I got the lead. Check it out. Do you see it? Dork, right there. Page 111. It's a kissing scene. That's not cool. I haven't kissed a girl in 7 years. It's not funny. I'm scared. Oh, God. And Lauren, the other lead, oh, she is so cute. She's got these curves, these big green eyes, blonde hair, soft skin, witty, funny, cute feet, smiles for days, laughable. I feel like some sixth grader with a crush on his teacher again. Dude, can you come with me the day I have to rehearse that scene? Midterms can wait. Come on, math can wait. Don't be such a geek. Okay, nerd. Okay, geek nerd. Stop. Okay. Thanks. What the heck am I going to do, though? So I dreaded the day that I have to rehearse that scene, but it finally came. Okay, people, it's opening night. We got 4 more weeks. Just so that opening night comes, Lewis, I want you guys to bring it. I want you to lead him in a warm-up. All right, y'all. Shakeouts. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Where should we take it from, Rach? All right. Baby, how'd you learn to dance like that? You're looking so good on that dance floor. You're making me look bad. You know what? I've been having a lot of time. I've been enjoying that time we've been spending together. I think you and me should go away together for just a few days, just me and you, away from all this. You like that? I would too. What do you say? Yeah? Okay. Good Good night. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm sorry, Rach, I can't do this. It's hard to explain. Well, of course. She's beautiful. You are. I could tell you 20 things that I find attractive about her. Spy? Okay. Okay. I'm ready. Where should we take it from? All right. Yeah, I've been doing that time too. I'm thinking me and you should just spend a little time away. Just the two of us. Somewhere far away from all this. Do you like that? Me too. What do you say? All right. Good night. That just slipped out. You taste so good. I don't know, you taste like Valentine. Sweet tart pastels engraved, be mine. You taste like fudge sundaes we used to peek on Pastor Samson when he dipped in Miss Taliaferro's chocolate. You taste like now and later tones, dressed grape, grease, strawberry, suck watermelon, and covered cherry. You taste like red-hot Valentines, shaped like your rump, sprinkled chiclets and chocolate chunks. You taste like A cups of Reese's and B cups of Pieces and C cups of Junior Mints coated, D cups of birth control bloated scoops, drip butter pecan and sucking your Juji fruits, and almond joys got nuts and Hershey kisses down all around, cotton candy licks, nougat, oh Henry, oh gummy bear chewing and hubba bubba and blow pops up your malt balls to great taste. Taste great together till ladyfingers claw, butterfinger screams, cookies and cream, starburst, atomic fireball. You taste like Eve's first bite. Food was a big deal for us. Sometimes that's all you had. Every Sunday we have this giant vegetarian feast at our temple. I do the cooking a lot of the times, 12 courses. And we sit everybody down, just kind of like you guys are now, except all around the edges. And us brothers would go around one by one and just serve. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. My favorite, shak paneer. We'd have homemade, deep-fried cheese. And I used to drive a couple hours outside Portland to just get that fresh milk from these two lesbians, these old lesbians. They had 4 cows. They treated just like their kids. They raised them, and the milk was so good because those cows were so loved. It was sweet when it came out. A lot of times they would let me drink straight out of the cow. And then they would give us these big jars, these gallon jars of fresh milk, these big giant lids. And sometimes, when no one was looking, there was so much cream on top. So thick. I mean, take the jar and turn it upside down. Milk wouldn't even come out. Okay, sometimes those feasts, better than sex, better than any kiss. I did it again. We kissed again. Opening nights in a week. Oh my God, it felt so good. I'm getting really good at it now too. I don't even have to act very much anymore. All right? No! Don't do that. She has a boyfriend. And she doesn't think about me like that anyway. She thinks about me like a friend. No, not her either. She thinks about me like a friend too. No, not her. She thinks about me like a friend too. No, not her. No. No. I know. Don't get caught in the friend zone. Ooh! Ashley, I did what you said. I wrote something. It's her birthday this Friday. Should I really read it? Okay. You gotta listen now. Stop working for just a minute. Alright. You ready? Okay, you gotta give me your honest opinion. Happy birthday to you, whose giggling eyes make my body quake with laughter, month after month, day after day, hour after hour, adding years to my life, lubricating the grind like an acid high intoxicating. I feel like flying when I look in those eyes. I see my own reflection true. Sometimes it's dull and sometimes it's brilliant, but I can't hide nor pretend in those pools, no, those oceans undulating to swim in your eyes atop a grin so wide it could hold the sky. No, the Milky Way, with teeth as stars that twinkle in those eyes, lightning sparks the next invention to save humanity, or at least charm the Middle East into peace, or cease an infant screams from crying, because even tear-filled, those eyes are beautiful, like a rainforest teeming with life, making Betty Davis eyes look like Frosty's two eyes made out of coal from diamond mines deep, seem cheap and shallow compared to those eyes, where I mine honesty, integrity, forgiving, non-judgment, confidence, understanding, wanting, still strong when not getting, never despising, only caring, unforgettable, inspiring, too lovable, those eyes magical, those eyes fantastical, those eyes sexy, like that belly dancer who makes you feel like you're the only one in a room of 100 wide-eyed, drooling, slack-jawed, hypnotized. From those eyes, my eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord, and those eyes daring me to be the man I can be in a world that's just trying to punch my lights out. So, whenever the world gives you a black eye, may thine eyes turn inward and rise from your seat, through your spine, through that third eye divine, and see the love supreme within, and then pray to never take birth again, and only see with those eyes eternity. So, happy birthday to you. Giggling eyes make every moment so happy and so kind. And whoever can't see it must be blind. Okay, what do you think? Yeah? Oh, God, I hope so. You're coming to opening night, right? Are you going to bring Vince? Come on. Guys don't just come over to study with you. He likes you. He's into you. Stop studying. He does. He's totally into you. Just relax. Yeah. I left. Yeah, I left because politics. There was a difference between the practice and the actual philosophy. There's a lot of hypocrisy sometimes. And after 7 years, I wanted things again. I wanted my own space. And yeah, I kind of want a girlfriend too. So, if you're really going to come, bring it. You might dig it. I know. Could be just like geeking out around. For real. Hey, you want to go camping this weekend? Cool. Anybody ever been to Big Basin? Yeah, Big Basin. You ever seen the mother tree?
Yeah.
329 feet tall, 15 feet wide. You can climb inside the trunk and look up. We used to go on these camping trips. And she used to really love it, going outside, going outdoors. We started hanging out a little bit more. And we went to that, our favorite spot. And I'll just never forget. We would come right in, climb into that base of the tree and just relax down. Staring right up. You really see how she'd been a little charred from the fires she had survived. It was so quiet. Hey, Luann, if you had to come back as a tree, what would you be? I could have guessed that, jasmine tree. Man, I'd come back as a banyan tree. There was this time when I lived in a temple in Hawaii, and they had this beautiful banyan tree in the backyard. And the branches would come down, and they would reach the ground and sprout roots. And after a while, those roots would spread, and that branch would turn into a tree trunk. And if you looked in the backyard of the temple, it looked like a forest, but it was just one tree. And they used to think, what would happen if two of those trees just grew side by side? Would they just become one tree? And then just like that tree, she always started to grow on me. And I started thinking, well, what if Luann was my girlfriend? But we're so different. She's one of the only people I knew who majored in math and English. Luann was my girlfriend. She'd own no real estate in the powder room. And there'd be no chocolates or flowers or red hearts on V-Day or V-Secret lingerie, or matching bra and panty sets, or even public smooches or tears or sweet nothings in ears while slow dancing to quiet storms. I'm kind of a sap. Nor would there be dirty talks or long walks down the beach under moonlight, hand in hand, arm in arm, or stars, or romantic comedies, or gazes between eyes through wine light under wedding bells, or tossing around the word L. There'd just be she and me, breathing comfortably in the silence of the night. And then in one just romantic comedy cliche moment, the day after Valentine's Day, I was like, okay, I'm going to tell her how I feel. Now, you know what? Lately, I've just been having these warm, fuzzy feelings for you. You think of me as your brother? With the next day? You too? I thought so. What do you want to do about it? And then she moved. And at first, we were going to keep in touch every week, every day. We'd call, text, many times a day. And then I went to be once a week, and then once every other week. And then she said, you know what? I have this friend, and he's starting to kind of grow on me. He's starting to grow on her. And so, of course, I got a little jealous, and said, well, I don't think you should call anymore. No one calls? I mean, who do I want to call when I taught my last class? And who do I want to call when my teaching was just growing really fast? And who do I want to call when I was waiting for that plane? And who do I want to call when I landed safe again? Who do I want to call just to tell about my day? And who do I want to call with nothing important to say? But just to hear a laugh, or to wake up to the voice, or even voicemail, or to listen to the plateaus and peaks and ruts and those juicy lips smacking grape nuts. Who do I want to call and tell this lucid story I just heard, or dream I just had, or joke, or tell how much I miss sharing this last smoke? Who do I want to tell, just you hear this rebel yell? Or debate the debate. Or remember the smell of shea and aloe brushed over in the shower after. Who do I want to call night, morning, and noon, dusk and the dawn, to rub my musk on and kiss in the light of the full moon? Who do I want to call when I was just sad or feeling blue? Or who do I want to call just to tell my latest secret to? Or just laugh, or gab, or dream, or even talk dirty to? You. But now, my friend Amanda, she's another poet. And Amanda, she would get in these really tumultuous relationships, right? They would always end in like things being crashed and smashed, and arguing, and loud voices, and screaming, and arguing, and bruises, and she'd always tell me about it, and she'd say, but boo, I got a lot of good poems out of it. I can relate. I started to write a little more, and I got a couple of good poems out of it. You know how when you're with someone, they kind of remind you of everything around you? It was like that. And I'd smell her in the sheets beneath which I was stuck, and every morning I couldn't get up. I'd smell you in the Starbucks brewed coffee grounds twice a day you drink to focus and keep the headaches away. I'd smell you in the cloth cover of the CD you made me that I listened to without you. And I'd smell you in the shea butter I'd taste on your lips after we'd roll over and you kissed me all over. I'd smell you in the musk hand cream you'd smell on me, and in the shampoo you left on the left corner of the tub, and in the ponds I'd rub into your feet, and the aloe you rub into me, and in the hall closet where you left behind memories, and your chamomile tea hot, or a vegetable stew, sweet basil, sweet corn, tomatoes, okra and peas, sweet potato, purple cabbage, fresh thyme and rosemary, all in you. I sniff the incense you're allergic to, and sneeze like you do in the fennel candles, and Keith Jarrett's serenades onto Tommy Matt's tightly woven, as our laps smashed on the flat noodles we slurped, my arms wrap your lats, and your legs grip my thighs, and your hands on my hips urging me in. I smell you in the cumin we'd fry when you learned how to cook, and in the ginger from the Hare Krishna book, and in the not-so-nice gas beneath the sheets that got stuck, and in the pine forest green that canopied spring lovers, and in the jasmine flowers that were called China summers, and in the cherry Carmex, the latex, and the Kleenex, but not through the stuffed-up nose that you had too. from dust, and tears from me missing you. And now I sniff it unstuffed with glue. And then our tree fell down. And then I had to call her, right? I know, but I know, but I know, but I know, but what do you mean I took advantage of you? Have? It's okay. I'll wait. I'll wait for you. And I'll wait for those lips and contemplate in vain the servant. And I'll wait to taste again your gobstopper, everlasting tongue, excavate like Mother Earth waited for Mr. Colorado River to dig deep a canyon. And I'll wait like a volcano whose hot innards rumble, or like some who wait for the Savior to come, or those who wait under the rubble. And I'll wait for you who makes the complex simple, and whose dimpled grin warms within and frames buttercup eyes soft where my mind can recline. And I'll wait for you who makes the crooked road straight, and my climb less steep and my falls small, and who's more delicious than a room with a view, or running naked through a summer downpour with you, and your hips illicit worship your curves with frankincense and myrrh. And I'll wait for you, that prayer in my pew. And I'll wait for you awake, like I wait for the sunrise to dress my flesh. From the freeze chill of your absence felt cold. Night after night I grow old. And I'll wait for you like that monk who waits with burning flesh, falling from bones to protest those who too long wait to end the wrongs. And I'll wait for you in the snow and sit in my body heat from your memories melts it. Now what is it that happens to time when we meet? Does it fly? Does it slow? Does it stop? No, it's just not. And now that you've gone, time just drags on. And it's haunting every moment and thought. But I'll wait for you until the end of time. Under the cherry moon, I'll wait in line for you to go through all those other chicks and chumps who just want to feel your rump, which, by the way, could stop Judgment Day. Because with just one glance, God would give humanity another chance. After chance, lifetime after lifetime, I'll wait for you to change your mind, because I remember that time when I was an amoeba and I split in two, and the other one was you. And I remember that time when I was a honeybee and I stopped shopping around when I found your blossoms daily. And I remember the time when we were pedigrees and we got real cozy on that porch and in that barn and underneath that oak tree, and then the master got a sitter and you bit her. And then our litter was sold to the highest bidder. And I remember that time when we were banyan trees. And for 5 centuries, we grew side by side. Roots intertwined. Your branches descended my trunk and climbed my bark and leaves to please and tease. And you on my twigs and trunks, creepers hugging crevices, knotholes and humps, caressing bark with abandon. Our dreadlocked limbs descended to penetrate the topsoil again, and then we fused with roots to share the same sun, and then we photosynthesized as one, and then we swapped sap, which the ants lapped up and sucked as we dropped seeds from our leaves, which you banyan trees in the dark, and then we sparked and burnt up rather than part. And now here we are again in the skin. So just do what you got to do. because I'll be thinking of you. And all that steam that we'll create when our bodies germinate, and at that boiling point, I'll wait, I'll wait, I'll wait, I'll wait, I'll wait for you to, before I do. And that's worth the wait. So take as long as you want, because there's no such thing as late. No phone calls, no emails, no nothing. Okay, I'm just going to write you a letter. And just like those feasts, never forget that last feast. I was serving, one by one, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And there she was, Shukadev's daughter, in our temple. Hare Krishna royalty. Right there. Hare Krishna royalty in our temple. Golden brown skin, honey gram, coconut eyes, chiseled dancer's body. That night, I went and had a talk with the temple president. Sir, I think it's time for me to leave. I know someone else can step up to the plate. Is that obvious? No, I couldn't take my eyes off you during the kirtan. My mind is all over the place. I think it's time for me to go. No? I'm busting out of my copins. So those last 2 years were tough. And just to keep my mind focused, I distributed so many books, and it really helped. Excuse me, man. We're showing some books today. Take a look. I'm a monk. You've heard of monks before, right? What do you do? Sales? Oh God, we have the same job. You're trying to sell your book about spirituality? What do you sell?
Whatever I can.
Maybe you can?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, check out the book.
Looks good.
We don't sell these books, we just print them and distribute them. We take donations. Check out the book, give a donation, we really appreciate it.
Okay, sure. Just donation.
Well, it's like some air money. Air card. It's air card. Every Sunday we have a wonderful vegetarian feast. I know you dig it. That is, a little bit of Sanskrit. Have a good day. Oh, excuse me, sir. We're showing some books today. Take a look.
Thanks.
Oh, a monk. You've heard of monks before, right?
Yeah.
Cool. You look like a monk. You got the cut. What do you do, man?
I'm a student.
You're a student? What do you study?
Human biology.
Human biology? Cool. What are you going to do with that?
I don't know.
Not sure? Cool. You've heard of Bhagavad Gita before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, right on. Take a look at it. It's a really far out story. Krishna and Arjuna, they're buddies, they're friends, they're about to fight in a civil war and they don't want to do it. So this is their whole conversation. It's got all the original Sanskrit. You might dig it. But we don't sell the books, we just print them and distribute them. We just take donations. Check one out. Give a donation. More air money. Air card. Check out the book, come check out our temple every Sunday. So, kind of like that. So by the time I got back to the temple, I knew it was time to leave. And all that wonderful celibacy just made me realize there's a little bit more important things. So, I figured, what the heck, I'm gonna write her a letter. I have my little pile of comfort food there. Anybody have comfort food? Mine was Newman's Own ginger roast. Dear Luann, since you left, I've been stuffing my face with Newman's Own ginger roast, but it doesn't fill the hole. So I beer bombed maple syrup grade B with blueberry honey, chased with 3 jars of peach jam, and then mango juice, 1 liter then 2, but still I couldn't fill up. So to Krispy Kreme to find your surrogate, and 5 dozen donuts didn't do it. So I shop cart my distended belly to Walmart to raid the deli, 6 sides of beef, 7 whole hams, 8 lobsters fresh out the tank, and 9 whole chickens. And as they pinched and pecked at my intestines, I unhinged my jaw and I ate aisle 10, and then 11 of a steak, which was pet food and garbage bags and paper plates. And then I rolled across country like a beach ball, devouring Mickey D's, Wendy's, and Burger Kings in one bite, Taco Bells, Arby's hats, White Castles, Arches, Crowns, and Jacks. And when I reached Michigan, I missed you again, and I threw up the grease pits I couldn't stomach, and I got the aftertaste of your laughter on my lips. And so I just ate the steak, and I drank a Great Lake, and I got, the stomach was so bloated from the acid indigestion that I floated out to space, and I punctured my belly on a star, and as I zigzagged back to Earth, all the contents spewed like a faucet. And then I tried to catch all that food on those plates that I ate. And then I belched and blew the garbage bags out my base. And I parachuted to safety into the backyard home of Paul Newman's maple tree where I hung. And I asked him what to do about this black hole I can't fill since you. Less is more. And then he cut me down. And I owned beneath that tree. And I never loved again. And I never ate again. But I was never lonely. Signed, your lover, your brother, your friend. It's funny, she never called me by my name. Something about tradition, or being intimate with someone. She never called me by my name. Not that it really matters, because in the end, I'm not really Louis Jackson, the yoga teacher, or Louis Jackson, the artist, or Janardhan Das, the Hare Krishna. I'm not any of those things. I'm not the suit I wear that's sewn from skin and muscle and bones and hair. And I'm not a shade of yellow or black, red, brown, or white, or the blue, green, gray in the eye, or the tears I cry from a rush of emotions. And I'm not what I flush. The blood I gush, I'm not the veins and the arteries aren't me. And I'm not Christian or Hindu or Muslim or Jew, Dao, Zen, or any religion. And I'm not the land of my birth, or the body that dies, or that next of kin who cries, or that girlfriend who might be lonely because she can't see beyond 3D. Because to be or not to be ain't the quest when I am. Not because I think, it ain't the mind, nor bound by time, or that culture whose drug is to drink. And I'm not equal. I'm not History Month, or Heritage Week, or the subject of appreciation days, or metro, hetero, bisex, or gay. I'm not a nigger, but oh, I love that word. And speaking of which, that's not what I say. I'm not the juice I misuse, or the seed I bleed, the plant to grow in a field of memories harvested in nerve endings. I'm not atoms bound, or vibrations, energy, or light, or space, or what's between, or dreams, or a human being. I'm somewhere over that rainbow bridge where time and this form have ceased. And I took this ride from deep inside. But even still, I'm not the journey. So what am I then? I'm not earth, wind, fire, enemy, or friend, an ist or an ism, or that high-toned moan from the inner thigh, or the refracted light through the spine's prism. What am I? I'm not. My director always tells me, Lewis, don't have these Yoda moments in your show. Sometimes I just can't resist. Bruce Lee, this wonderful... Just a minute. How do I look? Not that it matters. Hey. Thank you.